Hey, Jaylon, just a quick one for me. I mean, you came out in your first fight for Bellator, got the job done, and it's not often that an up and coming prospect who's debuting gets as much attention as you did. But you performed well, and I'm just wondering what your takeaway was from that fight.
My whole takeaway was there's a lot of improvements to be made, and I was impressed that I got out there, got the win, got improved to 1-0 as a professional, but the fact that I didn't get the finish, it weighed a lot on my mind.
And aside from the finish, was there any particular area that you felt you needed to work on after that fight?
Absolutely. Position. When you're in this game, position wins the game. So if I'm in the right position at the right time, I can have the right tool for the right job.
Tony?
Jaylon, hope you're well. I just want to ask you, what did you feel as if the biggest difference was between your first professional fight and moving up from the amateurs?
That's a good question. Never thought about it. It was just maybe the pressure, maybe the cameras being there and everyone, you being directed more and it being more professional. But other than that, once that cage closes, it's all the same.
Martina? Martina, go ahead. All right, we'll move on. Brady?
Hello?
Go ahead, Brady.
Okay. Do you believe that your experience as an amateur will play a factor in the way that this fight turns out?
You know it.
And I have one more question, and that is, do you believe that you have the skills to deal with your opponent's power?
Absolutely. The whole game is to hit and not get hit. So if we're going to go out there and play a tough guy pissing contest, it's not what we're playing here.
Gavin?
Hi, Jaylon. I just got one question for you. So I saw on your Instagram that you posted about your brother serving in the Marines. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is your brother one of your biggest motivations?
Yeah, I mean, I love my brother. I just do it to motivate the youth, really. He's 3 years younger. We didn't really grow up in sports. I was the first one to start wrestling out of my family. He followed me in that, and he did well. And yeah, so I would say I'm doing it to motivate him.
Dylan?
Hey there, Jaylon. How's it going?
Howdy.
Now, noticing your opponent here has a pair of LFA bouts to their credit, and then the last outing there, a 10-second knockout in the first round there. I'm kind of wondering what your thoughts are on just their skill set overall and what they bring to the table as a martial artist.
That's amazing. I think him bringing a different aspect of the game, like power in his hands, is amazing. But when you're locked in there with me, it's different.
Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you.
Abraham?
Hello, Jaylon. This is Abraham from the Fight Lead Report. I wanted to ask you, you started your amateur career in 2017. What exactly got you hooked into wanting to compete in MMA? Because it does take a different type of person to get into a cage and fight for a living.
Well, that's a long story. You can tune into my podcast for that. But basic layman's terms is I'm different. I've always been different, and I don't have a box you can put me in. You can't put me in a box. So that's what made me go to fighting, because I would try to fit in here, then get kicked out, try to fit in here. So then I would just attract my own people who were good. And that's what it's about.
Maria?
Hi, Jaylon. Maria with the Throwing Bows podcast. So you mentioned earlier that, the whole goal is to hit and not get hit. And you don't feel threatened at all getting into this pissing match, so to speak, with another striker. That said, can you tell me a little bit about what you think are the holes in his striking game that you plan to exploit?
He has none. He's perfect.
But seriously, though, because if he's perfect, you can't both be perfect. So what do you plan to take advantage of in this fight?
tune in Friday, and I promise you'll see.
I'll hold you to it.
Thank you.
All right, Jaylon. Thanks for the time today and good luck on Friday.
Thank you, guys.